und ich bin's wieder, Käse, neue Haare. Hier mit meinem Let's Play von Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Und wir erinnern uns, beim letzten Mal haben wir wieder in einer Extra-Large-Folge die 4. Episode abgeschlossen, welches insofern mit einem Cliffhanger endete, dass die Fortsetzung dafür in der nächsten und damit auch letzten Episode dieses Spiels fortgesetzt wird. Nämlich Ausgangssituation, der Fall ist immer noch nicht abgeschlossen, also wer Clay Terran umgebracht hat, aber insofern abgeschlossen, dass Solomon Starbuck von allen Verdächtigungen frei ist. Also er wurde freigesprochen. Dafür wird jetzt Athena verdächtigt. Sagen wir mal so, es ist not nice. Es war auf jeden Fall ein sehr langer Weg bis jetzt gewesen. Ich meine, das ist jetzt, glaube ich, der 87. Part. Not bad. Plus das DLC, was hier jetzt nicht angezeigt wird, weil das ein Extra-Menü hat. Und wir stehen jetzt vor dem Grande Finale. Wer hat jetzt nun Clay umgebracht? Wird Apollo zu uns zurückkehren? Welcher Fall hat dafür gesorgt, dass Blackwell ins Gefängnis kommt? Können wir Athena retten? Das und vieles mehr erfahren wir jetzt. Naja, nicht jetzt direkt, aber es fängt an, sobald wir auf diesen wunderschönen Button geklickt haben. Also, let's go! Episode 5. Turnabout for Tomorrow. No one can escape their past. The sins we've committed and the sadness we've caused. No matter how far we run, our past remains, as ever present as the moon in the sky. It looms in wait for the day when we are forced to face it. But only in doing so can we truly make peace and move on in hope towards tomorrow. Darf ich anmerken, dass dieses Opening, also anders als die ganzen anderen, das waren ja alles wirklich Cutscenes, das waren jetzt nur Cutscenes in Verbindung in geiler Musik und philosophischen Textboxen. Es ist mega cool. Das ist der für mich epischste Anfang. Sicher, die Cutscenes mit dem Voice Acting so und so, aber das ist für mich, das schreit wirklich Finale. Spiel weiter. Dann erfährst du alles. Boah. 20. Dezember, 1:23 Uhr. Wright Anything Agency. They took Athena from the courtroom, straight to the station. She's probably being questioned at this very moment. After this past year, I took it for granted that those two would always be here. But now, Apollo has gone off on his own to seek his own truth. And my pursuit of the truth only ended up with Athena becoming the new suspect. Some boss I turned out to be.
It's even quieter in here than usual.
Yeah, it seems so empty too.
I just don't get it, Daddy. All of your reasoning during the trial seemed perfectly solid.
Yeah, and I still believe it was, at least based on what we know.
But now Athena is the one who's being accused.
During the trial of the bombing and murder that occurred at the Cosmos Space Center, the lighter used by the real culprit was found. This lighter proved that the defendant, Solomon Starbuck, innocent. But Athena's prints were found on it instead. And she was suspectly arrested for the murder.
But Athena couldn't have done it. It just doesn't make any sense.
No, none of it does. I've been racking my brain, but I just can't figure it out. Where is the flaw in my reasoning? What have I got wrong in this case?
You know, Daddy, if Athena was here, she wouldn't just be sitting around thinking. She'd be out there doing something. You are going to defend Athena, right, Daddy?
Of course I will. And thanks, Trucy. I needed that push. Trucy's right. The trial is tomorrow. There's no time to waste. If I'm going to prove Athena's innocence, I'd better get out there and find some evidence.
Off we go then! We're on a hunt for evidence that prove Athena's innocence!
Great! But before we go, I'd better tidy up the evidence I have on hand. Ja, wenn es welche gibt, die ich nicht mehr brauche, dann ja. Ich schaue mir das mal eben an. Was haben wir denn noch? Ja, der Autopsie, Diagramm, das Messer, die Tür, das Ding, die Aussage von Aura, die Kapsel, noch eine Dings und die Sicherheitskamera. Gut. Athena's probably still in the middle of being questioned. So Trucy's right. The thing to start is with talking to people at the Space Center. Und ja, jetzt begleitet uns erstmal die gute Trucy. Wie damals zur Apollo Justice Zeit. Ich mag die Kleine. Sie wedelt zwar nicht mehr so schön mit ihren Panties, also so oft rum. BZW, ich vermisse schon ein bisschen Herrn Hut. Aber naja. 20. Dezember, Cosmos Space Center, Entrance. Ach, wen haben wir denn da? Fischstäbchen, Mann! Director Cosmos, do you have a minute? The electric scooter! Full speed ahead! Surrender my Fischstäbchen! Director! He scooted away.
His expression changed the instant he saw you, Daddy.
Yeah, well, I dragged his name through the mud pretty good at the trial earlier today. Well, GG. Weg ist er. Da können wir ja nicht viel mit dem machen. Ach Manno. Na gut, dann weiter. Hätte gern mit dem Fischstäbchenmann noch etwas geredet. 20. Dezember, Cosmos Space Center, Boarding Lounge. Ach, das Hologramm ist wieder an. We were here only yesterday. Oh, hey! Mr. Starbuck, you've been released, huh? Yep, and I came straight here. This is all thanks to you and your team, Mr. Wright. You've given me a second chance to fly into space again. I can't thank you enough. Except... What's wrong? I thought he'd be happier to be acquitted. As I was coming out of the detention center, I saw Miss Sykes. He saw Athena? I was at a loss of words. I didn't know what to say to the poor girl. And then, you know what? She flashed a peace sign at me. Congratulations on your acquittal, she said. Now you can go back into space someday. Yeah, that sounds like Athena. I can just picture it. But I saw her eyes. They were red and swollen from crying. She's gotta be suffering. She must be so worried. And yet she went out of her way to be nice and give me that big smile.
She held back her own tears so she could give someone else a smile. That's so Athena.
There's no question about it. That girl is innocent. Please, Mr. Wright, you have to make sure she goes free. And then they can put me in prison instead. I don't mind.
We can't have that either, Mr. Starbuck!
Ja, vor allem, du bist schon freigesprochen worden. Erinnere dich bitte an die Doppelbestrafungsregel. Don't worry, Mr. Starbuck. I'm going to give her the very best defense I can. I promise to get her acquitted, just like I did for you. I know she'll be alright with you in her corner. I know you'll never give up on her. Apollo has a fine boss to look up to. Ja, about that. Wenn ich so ein guter Boss wäre, dann wäre er jetzt wohl nicht weg. I still can't believe Launchpad 1 was switched with Space Museum. What could have made Director Cosmos do such a thing? I haven't the foggiest idea. So there never was gonna be a launch that day, not from the very beginning. I wonder if Clay knew. I imagine he must have. Surely he would noticed when you went to board the rocket. It's pathetic to think I was the only one who got taken it. But I guess that's about how it goes, when you're worth less than space debris.
Is he going to be alright, Daddy? His expression looks as dark as a black hole.
Well, that's just how he is. Ja, machen wir uns mal keine Sorgen. Das ist typisch Pessimist halt. So, jetzt hätte ich fast was anderes gesagt. Aber ja, typisch Pessimist. Ich kenne das. Mein Vater ist leidenschaftlicher Pessimist, deshalb weiß ich das. Mr. Starbuck, do you remember anything about the murderer? Not really. I only saw a shadowy figure in the dark after all. Yeah, I guess that was a little too much to hope for. Hey, I heard something from the police though. They said that never did find a 10 caliber gun down that trash chute. Just as I thought, the culprit must carried it away with them when they escaped.
So, was the person you saw holding a gun, Mr. Starbuck?
I couldn't really tell. But it wasn't Athena, right? Could you tell if the person was male or female? Tall or short? I can't tell you that much. Man, I'm useless. When the culprit opened the door and some light came in, I should have been able to see. The door? Ah, yes. As I recall, they opened this door here as they made their escape.
The door to Launchpad 1, right?
Yeah, except right now, the door leads to the Space Museum.
You mean the Launchpad and the Space Museum are switched right now?
Yeah, they're trying to investigate the theory you came up with in court.
So they're recreating the conditions, huh?
I'd like to see what's beyond that door now. Mr. Starbuck, could you open this door for us? Sure, just let me have my print scanned here. Danke! Super, dankeschön! Do the launch pads get switched back and forth a lot? Well, back when the Space Museum was Launchpad 2, they used to switch the pads around at times. But these days, Launchpad 2 is only used as a tourist attraction, right? Right. Cause, quite frankly, the Space Center needs the money. I hear you. Times sure are tough.
Daddy, let's go check out what's beyond that door!
Sure, let's go. Hey, why don't I come along? I can show you around. Ach, cool, jetzt gehe ich automatisch zu Dings. Beobachtung, also... Ach, ich hab die Funktion vergessen, sorry. Gucken wir uns mal hier dieses rote Ding an. Huh? I wonder what these dead leaves are doing here.
Maybe they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes. There are lots of trees around the Space Center.
She's right. It's a modern state-of-the-art building, but it's surrounded by trees. But I don't know. If they were stuck to the bottom of somebody's shoes, wouldn't they look more crushed up? These don't look like they've been stepped on.
Maybe there's some kind of secret hatch in the corridor, and they came in that way?
Not everything is set up like a magician's stage, you know? Aber das behalten wir trotzdem im Hinterkopf. Es kann nie schaden. So this is another one of those devices for opening the door, huh? Yep, but this one doesn't require fingerprint verification. You just hit the button and open Sesame.
So when you and Kay went through here, you didn't need to show your prints, either?
That's right, Russie. Just like how the culprit didn't need to scan their prints when they escaped back out of the Space Museum corridor into Boarding Lounge 2. Sehr gut. Ein kleines Update. Ist immer gut. Well, I don't see anything else that jumps out of at me. And I imagine this corridor is built exactly like the Launchpad 1 corridor. Ja, nur mit dem Unterschied, dass statt einer 1 hier eine eine 2 abgebildet ist auf dem Boden. Gut, nachdem wir das gemacht haben, es gibt ja auch nichts mehr mit Ding zu bereden, mit Starbuck. Können wir ihm auch nichts zeigen. Dann gehen wir doch mal zurück zum Eingang. Erstmal. 20. Dezember, Cosmos Space Center. Entrance. Curse the wretch who sold my good name! Reverse course at full speed away! Surrender my Fischstäbchen! Director Cosmos, wait! Jetzt dudelt er schon wieder weg.
I'll handle this, Daddy! Take that!
Ah! The mobility system has been compromised! Trissie's knife through was a direct hit to one of his tires. Und ja, sie hat mit einem Messer geworfen. Wo hat sie ein Messer her?
And the streak continues.
Maybe I should keep a closer watch on what tricks she's been practicing. Aber nichtsdestotrotz, sie hat uns damit, dadurch verhindert, dass Kosmos nochmal abhaut. Also, gutes Mädchen. Gutes Mädchen. My dear old battleship, we fought many a skirmish together. It has been an honor.
Daddy, he's going to blow that thing up!
Nah, I bet all that button will do is make it go high wire again. Very well. I surrender. As a prisoner of war at Fischstäbchen, I expect to be treated honorably. Ja, typisch Kosmos. Der kann... Ja. Der Typ einfach nur. Er ist cool. Er ist zwar ein Riesenschwindler bei Gericht, aber er ist und bleibt cool und lustig und... Na gut, dann beende ich jetzt erstmal den Part und dann gucken wir beim nächsten Mal, was wir aus ihm rauskriegen können. Egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen. Das war's von meiner Seite und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Sehr geil!